attended a lecture featuring Oregon white supremacist expert Randy Blazak. Racial tensions between blacks and whites in America
Even though there has been
was
a
the
racist
topic of
justification
discussion.
for racism is not a disease, but works like a disease because it gives people who use it power over others. So it can be anywhere. There's racism in the Soviet Union, which is supposedly atheist. Our children are raised in their communities and by the media. There's a lot of targeting of young people, and sometimes those young people want to rebel against their parents. So if my parents were baby boomers and were peace and love, I might go the other direction just to drive them crazy. So there is that dynamic as well. So I would love to be able to say parents have complete control over the children that they raise, but sometimes I would sometimes, I'm talking about me as a parent. I'm not talking about bad people as parents.
During the Q&A portion, I decided to ask some questions myself, despite the host's discouragement.
We're over time now.
Okay, it'll be just 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Okay. Is there such thing as racism against whites? Because you're white and people automatically align you with privilege.
Not in this country.
Not in this country.
I think there is. I think there is.
You think there is?
I mean, I felt it before going into, when I was in middle school,
Mhm.
I was beat up by a couple of girls, and it was racial slurs and you're a piece of white shit. And I hadn't done anything to, I hadn't done anything specific. It was just I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, but I have felt
Discriminated.
discriminated.
It was after the lecture was over, I was confronted by an audience member who had a different spin on things. He felt the guest speaker and audience members weren't being completely honest about racism. He says all white people are racist. I wanted to find out why he felt that way.
Flaw in our characters.
Marcus show?
The Marcus Ward Show.
Marcus Ward.
He's mad funny.
He's a funny guy.
Wow, Marcus Ward.
Like him, like his personality.
He's a really nice guy, but gosh, he asks some pointy questions.
I respect him. I respect what he does, what he's doing.
This Marcus Ward show is, he's bringing light to a lot of very special issues and marginalized people. I felt very comfortable with him. I gotta say that. The guy is really great. He's adorable.
Me llamo Alberto. Yo soy de El Salvador y tú estás mirando el Marcus Ward Show.
So what are your thoughts, your everyday thoughts about people of color, non-white people?
I'm sorry, that's just too big a question.
Mhm.
Can you narrow it down a little bit?
So when do you interact with people of color?
Yes.
Okay. In what way?
I'm married to an African American.
Wait, you're married to an African American.
Yes.
Now,
Yes. That's her over there.
that's your wife?
Yes.
Can I? Can I? What is her name?
Tanya.
Miss Tanya? Miss Tanya? So that's your wife?
Yes.
Okay. Miss Tanya?
Yes.
Hi. Okay.
So before you interview me, I would need a document to know how this is going to be used.
You struggle with racism,
Yes.
but you're married to a black woman.
Yes.
How does that work?
It means that I am. There's always more to her culture than I'm aware of,
Mhm.
and so I learn day to day a little more of her culture.
What have you learned about her culture?
That's also too big a question.
Too big of
for-
a question.
Yes.
Okay. What is the worst thing you've ever said or done to a black person?
these are not, it's not an act of commission, it's an act of omission. I think instead of including a black person in my to become friends with a black person or to engage with a black person, I have simply not done that.
Mm-hmm. Do you exercise racism now while still married to a black woman?
I'm pretty sure I do.
You do.
I don't need to know. I may not be aware of.
How is it that you are unaware when you are aware?
Oh, that's a really good question. Let's just say that I do a lot of ignorant things that I don't know I'm doing them when I'm doing them. I may engage in acts of omission rather than commission, and it's like I'm looking back at things I've done. I realize, well, I could have made a friend of that man or that woman, African American or Asian or Middle Eastern person.
So do you think marrying your wife, who is a black woman, do you think marrying her is your way of trying to cope with being a racist?
No.
So are you a racist or are you a recovering racist?
I guess my answer would be yes.
You are a racist.
And a recovering racist.
Both.
Yes. I just live day to day. I try to speak my mind when the opportunity arises, but I don't really go out of my way to engage race controversy.
What is the most racially charged statement you've ever made that you can remember in your life?
Nothing comes to mind. I haven't. I never used the N-word
In your life?
in my life.
Never.
Never.
So you are admitted racist, but you say you've never used the N-word in your life.
I think I'd like to retract that. I think I may have used the N-word a few times.
What is the worst thing, or should I say, racially charged statement you've ever said to your wife?
The most recent thing I've said to my wife, you shouldn't ask me, you should ask her.
Have you admitted to your wife that, honey, I'm a racist?
I'm not sure I've actually said those words.
Do you think she was aware or had some inclination that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she
Okay.
was aware. I'm pretty sure she knew that I was a pretty naive white man.
What do you say to white people who say, I'm not racist?
Well,
When you say all white people are racist,
yes,
and you stand behind that.
yes.
So if there's anybody who watches this back and they say, I'm white and I'm not a racist, you detest that.
I would think that they are probably lying to themselves about it.
All white people are racist. Even if they have black spouses such as yourself or any spouse of color.
Right.
Do you want to not be racist?
Yes. I want to not be racist.
Hi YouTube, it's Marcus Ward. I want to thank you for watching the Marcus Ward Show. Don't forget to subscribe and share.